Hi, everyone. TJ Ald's I-45 now. All right. So we've got a little bit of a hitch in things, not in our Galveston County results. This is going to be Harris County. Those have been following some of the Harris County numbers. There's a conflict going on right now between the party leaders in Harris County and the Harris County Clerk and the Secretary of State's office. This is it in short. There are some damaged ballots that are having to be counted. And to do those, they have to duplicate those before they scan. And there's a whole process with that. So there are some numbers being delayed on some releases. Now, they insist that the numbers are being counted and the like. Let me just kind of, so you get a perspective on this, we're going to take a look at here. This I'm going to bring up right now. This is the Democratic primary out of Harris County that I'm going to bring up to you here right now. Now, if you take a look at it, Lena Hidalgo on her way to re-election, or at least renomination, I should say, for Harris County judge. Now, I want to break down something here for you, though, so you can see this. This is the breakdown of what those numbers mean as far as a count on election day, mail-in, early voting in there. If you take a look, mail-in votes, 10,345 total. Early voting, 78,764. Election day, 409. So we've got an issue here in Harris County on results. What does that mean for our viewers? Well, it means that it may be a while before we find out not only the Harris County judge, but more importantly, for our viewership, the county commissioner precinct 2 on the Democratic side and the Republican side. So this, again, these are the Democrat sides we're looking at right now. Again, same thing. Absentee means mail-in ballots, by the way. 2,654 Democrats in precinct 2 voting there. 13,826 who voted early. Only 101 of election day totals have been counted as of, here it is, 11 o'clock at night. Obviously, a much bigger county, much more votes. And something as a reminder here, and I'm reading the updates from our TV news partners on this, that the party primaries are actually, while the county is in charge of conducting the elections actually belong to the parties themselves. So if there is a dispute between the party chairs and what the rules are and the like, that could cause an issue there. So let me go ahead. I'm going to now go on over to the Republican side of things. I just showed you the Democrat side of it. There we go. All right. These are the Republican Party primary results out of Harris County, the races that we're following here. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll. I'm sorry, that brought up here. Here we go. Let's make sure we're showing the right runs here. Okay, here we go. This is the Republican numbers. So where does this also affect here? All right, we don't know how much of this delay affects the vote count in State Senator District 11 in here. So not saying there's going to be a problem, but we're going to take a look at this now and break it down. And this is why. Harris County is reporting election day numbers here for Harris County in State Senate District 11, only 1. Now we have the state as Secretary of State's office here reporting. And so I'm going to bring it up here. And the state's reporting that while 231 of the state's 254 counties have reported, so far only 1,975 of the 5,031 polling locations statewide have been updated. So have reported so far. So here's where we got the rub going to come in here, particularly for those in our area following State Senator District 11 GOP primary, because the winner of this becomes the next senator. So Mays Middleton has dominant lead here based on these numbers alone. Now, what you're looking at are the Harris County numbers. Let me go ahead while we're at it, I'm going to bring up, so you see on the screen here. All right. This is from the state. Mays Middleton at, and he's got more than that now. So let me update this because the state's updated some of its numbers now. So I'm going to update this as I'm talking to you because Harris County having issues here. Now, technically, let me by state law, the final reports have to be in, not say final, unofficial tallies have to be in by 7 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday, not tonight, 7 o'clock tomorrow. That's when it's done because vote counts will take a while. Been doing this a long time, and it will, and it never goes fast. You've got, there's a lot of human stuff involved. Polling locations turning in their stuff. It's, it's not as easy. So we're going to update these numbers here now for that everyone can see on here because on some races we're paying attention to on Harris County Commissioner, Harris County Judge, and State Senate District 11. These numbers will matter. And so that is why we're going to back off a little bit, talking about Mays Middleton having an easy time of it and avoiding a runoff because that may not be the case when election day numbers come in. We don't know how many folks voted on election day, but I'm updating the numbers now that we have from, this is from the Secretary of State's office. So all the numbers have to go in there anyway, but these are the numbers that's collected. All of those are in this district. So I'm gonna make sure the numbers that I have here match up to that because they update them every once in a while I'm typing them in. And they are. So let me go ahead and go over it. So you're looking at on your screen, that is the Harris County numbers. All right. And as I said, there's an issue with Harris County right now. According to Harris County, and this is right now, the numbers you're looking at are fresh. They only have early and mail-in ballots counted. No election day votes counted. It just refreshed right there on Harris County. So I'm going to take a look at that because that's going to be key for us then. Okay. So in this, Mays Middleton, Harris County has 7,592 votes. So let me go ahead and bring it up here. Nope, no change in what we were looking at earlier. That was just a refresh of the system. So if you can see here, what Harris County is saying is that they only have one election day vote counted. That was one for Mays Middleton. There. Why does that matter? Well, Harris County, a big chunk of voting, but how much of a big chunk is it as far as State Senate District 11? Not as huge as some would anticipate, but it does include Harris County. The entire Clear Lake area is in there. So that's important to know. Now, here's what we have from the state. Mays Middleton, 32,200. It's 200. I wrote to that. Let me update this because it's been updated some by the state. And sorry, because the state's board is updating every once in a while, and I want to make sure we have these right as I talk to you about this, because we've gotten some updated numbers from the state. It just refreshed on us here, so we want to make sure that what we're giving you is the latest as we try to explain the situation that's happening with Harris County. And and things happen all the time, but Harris County's issues here seem to be kicking in, and it is usual, these type of things, it's finger pointing. All right, here we go. So you're looking at those Harris County numbers, right? All right, this is State Senate District 11, where they're saying 375 voting centers reporting, and the election day numbers haven't changed. Mays Middleton's the only person in Harris County running in that State Senate District 11 that has a vote that came in on election day. None for Robin, none for Bianca GRACIA, and none for Bob Mitchell, which we know won't be accurate. So this is what the state has right now. Just updated these numbers. At 56% of the vote, Mays Middleton, 32,239. If that holds, he wins without a runoff. Bob Mitchell, 8,141 votes. Dr. Robert Armstrong, 8,294 votes. Bianca Gracia, 11,244 votes. Now, as it holds, as I said, Mays Middleton, if the percentage holds, goes with out of runoff. Problem comes in, there's no election day numbers except for one here out of Harris County. How many are in that county? Don't know right now. And so there's going to be a delay. Man, we don't have the latest update. I'm going to try to reach out to our TV partners on that. But I wanted to give you that because that of what we're looking at here of affecting some of the races that we have here hyper local, it affects that. But that's not the only place where it's going to be affected in the Republican primary. Let me go down to county judge in Harris County. And it's a long list here. Again, as I bring this screen up for you. As you can see, Vidal Martinez and Alexandra de Morel Miller are pretty close there, 30% to 24%. And that would be heading to the runoff there between those two. And that still may be the case. But let's look at them. On election day numbers, for that race alone, only 157 election day votes have been counted. This is from the Harris County elections office. So we know there's a whole lot more than votes than that happened today. So Harris County numbers being delayed. We don't have an update of when those are going to coming in. How does it also affect us? Well, now you're looking at County Commissioner Precinct 2. This is for our Clear Lake folks. This is the Republican race for that to challenge Adrian Garcia, who's going to win that race. Right now, Jack Mormon, 44% of the vote, and Jerry Mouton is at 21% of the vote. So there would be a runoff between Mormon and Mouton there for Precinct 2. And that just updated. So let's take a look at it here. That number's not change much. But again, no election day totals coming in. So as you can see that, again, a low number of election day totals out of Harris County. So that spells a long night we'll say. So that's Harris County. Galveston County has all their election day and all their early votes in. And right now, just heard from Dwight Sullivan as I'm talking to you, they are doing the count in Galveston County of the mail-in ballots. That was the last thing they were going to do. They're going to do everything else, and the mail-in ballots are going to be last. And they're doing those tonight, right now. So we said there were 3,000 or so mail-in ballots, or what they call absentee, that have come in. Those are not any of the totals yet. Those shift. Most of the races, they're not going to make a difference. That's 3,000 totals, Democratic and Republican. We don't know the division of those yet. But the JP2 between APFFEL and Nelson could change up based on that alone. So we're going to pay attention to that race here. So waiting for those numbers. And when we come back with a better answer on what happened with Harris County, hopefully we have that soon, and we can give you the updates. But again, for those of you just joining us, Harris County is having some issues tonight. They have very little of their election day totals in. I mean, very, very little. And so as I'm looking at, no updates on that. So we're going to be waiting on those results. And for those of us in our viewing area, State Senate District 11 is what hangs in the balance with that one. Yes. Also for our folks in the Clear Lake area, Harris County Judge, Harris County Precinct 2 Commissioner are the big ones that our folks in our area are taking a look at. So those are the two that are going to be swung by this somewhat. So we're going to pay attention to that as well. So we're going to take a break here, wait to get some answers from folks, and hopefully come back to you with some more solid answers next time we're on. I'm TJ Alt, I-45 Now.